Well, not a lot happening out in the Western Pacific today. We have fairly calm conditions, but it is not always the case in mid-April. You might be thinking, okay, why are you doing a typhoon update in mid-April if you're new to the Western Pacific? Because we have things like this. Today is the 3-year anniversary of 2022's Typhoon Malakas. Now, if you speak Greek, you're probably laughing and giggling a little bit. I get it. Malakas is a funny name in Greek. We'll just leave it at that. But the point is, this was a pretty decent storm that passed just north of Yap and Palau out there towards Guam as well, and then eventually pushed towards north over the islands just south of Japan here, the Ogasawara Islands, that is. So the point is, there's nothing crazy out there right now, but this time of year we can start to see typhoons. And I mean, we had Maisaka anniversary just a few days ago too, so we're starting to get to that time of year. Right now though, good news, I don't see anything really brewing with the easterlies south of Guam. We have a bit of a cold surge kicking in past Taiwan into northern Luzon. And if we take a look at the long-range CPC outlook, doesn't really show any tropical cyclone formation outside of northern Australia, which is not unheard of for this time of year. In fact, they see a little bit of below-average rainfall, and our long-range spaghettios don't even show much if we go all the way out here to probably late April. See some circles trying to pop up here in our ensembles, but nothing I would be terribly concerned about or with at this time. In fact, if we go back to the satellite picture, you really need consistent long-range model output from the ECMWF and the GFS and something brewing in this area. And you can see at this moment, it is calm out there. So my point is, it is that time of year, but yeah, we don't have no tropical stuff right now. We do other stuff to watch. One being today, we actually had some pretty decent showers around the Manila area. Some thunderstorms kicking up there. Nice image from downtown there in the NCR. Showing one of these storms kind of popped off. Some pretty decent downbursts coming in with that. Gusty conditions at times. Just in general, though, this same event that produced that. It's the leading edge of a weak surge. That's going to continue to push towards the south and weaken. So I think on Monday and Tuesday, we still could see some additional showers, especially across the Cagayan Valley and over towards parts of the Manila area. In fact, let's zoom right in on our satellite pictures, see what I'm talking about here. So look at the afternoon showers that pop up right there. And here's our leading edge of kind of our front where the jet stream is. See how that creeps towards the south. So on Monday and Tuesday, we're not going to see a traditional front nor a traditional surge that you'll get in January. But we do have some wind shifts that come in with this. And you can see the line where the wind shift is going to be. And within that, you get some of that daytime heating that we are for sure seeing across the valley in the Pangasinan, maybe even parts of Manila. So Monday and Tuesday, I still expect some afternoon showers kind of kicking off there with that. So something we want to watch out for as we look ahead. And really that's for northern Luzon. For southern areas of the Philippines, it's more about these kind of steady, traditional, tropical, heavy rains taking place there. And then it dries out for most of Visayas in your forecast. Actually going to be a pretty hot and dry few days here, despite, having that beach sea breeze still getting up into the mid 30s. Heat indices could be pushing near 40 if you get away from the coast, especially out here. I think Pangasinan, or at least inland areas here, is going to be looking at some pretty decent heat. And then even to the Cagayan Valley as well, outside those isolated afternoon showers and a few thunderstorms that could be kicking off on top of that with that weak cold surge here on our Tuesday. So something watching out for if you're a surfer out near the coast. Siargao, Ikani Surf Resort. These are some of our friends here at Westpac Weather. If you got a resort, give me a shout. I'll try to make sure I give you a little mention in the surf part of the forecast, or if you want to sponsor the surf part of the forecast, that'd be super cool. So you got some long period swells all up and down the east coast, the eastern seaboard here, but no big destructive waves or anything like that in our forecast. So yeah, something we're going to continue to watch though. Today is the anniversary, like I said, of Malakas, but not much happening. But when it does happen, I will be here trying my best to give you the latest and greatest information because of our Patreon members who support this channel. Always make us better. So yeah, thanks guys for watching. And number one thing, of course, is please stay safe out there. I hope you're having a great day, an informed day wherever you are. And speaking of informed day, a shout out, I just showed that graphic there. We are not an official channel by any means, nor do I ever claim to be. But I do want to give a shout out to one of the official agencies, of course, Pagasa in the Philippines. Some people from there, they are very good at communicating. And I think that they want is to make sure everybody stays safe. And they reach out, even to me. And it's humbling, and it's really nice to hear from you guys. So if anybody from Pagasa is watching, big shout out to you guys. You don't get the love and support you should. I know it sounds silly to say, but Pagasa always gets, hey, Tamoy's here. Tamoy the weather kitty is back. Hey, Tamoy. Tamoy was sick for a little while, guys. I was a little nervous about him, but he's back, and he's a lot healthier now. What do you say, Tamoy? Want to say hi? Yeah. All right. Thanks for stopping by, guys. And as always, stay safe out there. Yeah? Okay. Get your butt out of my face. Do you hate doing your taxes? Do you struggle figuring out what the law is and money management overseas?
I wish there was an easier way.
Well, FrontrunnerFinancial.com is your choice if this falls into your category. They're an international based group of American accountants. They're based in Manila, and they're qualified to give you the best information where you are for those international finances. I wish I had these guys when I lived in Tokyo. Each year it was a struggle where I needed to put money, what I needed to do. FrontrunnerFinancial.com. Be sure to check them out and let them know we sent them your way.